Hey everybody, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD Hero Mode 3-Heart Run. I'm ZeldaMaster, and in this episode, we're gonna enter Hyrule Castle and head back to where the basement is so we can talk to somebody who most likely is the King of Red Lions, because you can tell the spirit has left the King of Red Lions, which I pointed out in the end of the last episode, and now Tetra has to follow us, and this is like the coolest part within the game, because Tetra is stupid. Yeah, the AI for Tetra is really dumb, and she'll literally run into walls if needed because she has no idea how to follow you if you do jumps or anything, to where she like literally can't follow you. So if I try to climb this, or okay, Link actually won't want to climb it. If I climb this, she'll start running into the wall. So you have to walk her like this, walk around, make sure she follows you. Make sure she doesn't fall either, because if she does that, then again, back into the wall. It's kind of funny, but yeah, this area is actually, the time is moving and everything because we pulled out the Master Sword, and it looks really nice. You can see like the waterfall here, or like the area where water is coming down. I don't know, I really like the way this area looks. Overall, like Hyrule Castle looks amazing in this game, but it's all broken. Like, too bad we came when I guess somebody came here and was really desperate to find the princess. I mean, hint hint, that must have been Ganon. He must have come here and destroyed everything, desperate to find her, and he never decided to push those triangles together and open up the way to the basement. But here, my friends, is a pretty intense cutscene, I guess, where you figure out who is the King of Red Lions. I don't believe he actually tells you that the King of Hyrule is the King of Red Lions, but we figure out that this is the King of Hyrule. And I'm just going to skip through the dialogue like I've been doing throughout most of this. And like I said, if you guys really want to see the story and the plot of this game, you can always watch my actual Let's Play. But yeah, Luke, do not recognize my voice. Okay, he does mention, indeed, I'm the one who guided you here. I am the King of Red Lions. So he does say that, which is really cool. He's wearing red too. He has the same beard and everything. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to figure that out because you haven't seen the King of Red Lions to begin with, or rather, the King of Hyrule to begin with, to see the resemblance. But the first time you do see him, he just spoils it. It'd be cool if you saw him, and then actually, there's no other way you'd be able to figure out. You can't say, oh, his voice sounds similar, because there's no voice acting in this game, which, to be honest, a lot of people have issues with that. People are like, oh, I don't want a Zelda game that has voice acting because that would ruin everything. Honestly, I'm down for a Zelda game with voice acting. I think it'd be really cool as long as Link doesn't talk. Keep it like that. It could kind of be like Fable. If you played Fable, then you know what I mean, where the protagonist is, it's like a silent protagonist. Kind of like no, Mario talks, but there's a lot of games where the protagonist doesn't talk. It's usually games where you can customize your own character, so that character is essentially you. So they don't give him a voice or her. They want you to like be the character. So everyone in the game talks but you, and you don't really even see their dialogue on the screen. You just see them like nod their head or anything like that. There's not even much expression from the character, and that's how it is with Zelda. Though I don't feel like Link is actually me when I play these games. I feel like Link is Link. Because, he is his own character, he has his own personality, but it doesn't really show. And hey, look at that, Princess Zelda's here, cool. But that happened while I was just talking over it. See, I legit just don't really care too much. I mean, the story is fascinating and all, but if you beat the game as many times as I have, then it's not like you lose interest, it's just, it doesn't, catch your attention. It's kind of, I'd say it's like that with every Zelda game I play. I mean, some cutscenes really get me, but even if this cutscene is super intense, I don't need to pay attention to it. I usually just spam A because, yeah, I read the dialogue about 100 times with how many times I beat Wind Waker. I beat Wind Waker a lot. I believe I beat it maybe like 6 or 7 as a kid, and then before HD came out, before they even announced it, I beat it like another like 4 or 5 times. I don't know why I constantly rebeat the game. Usually, when I was younger, the reason why I beat it so many times, and I wasn't really that into Zelda. I mean, I loved Zelda as a series, but what made me get really into it and stuff was later on with YouTube and everything. But as I was saying, the reason why I beat it so many times as a kid is because I'd always have memory card problems, or I wouldn't even have a memory card in my GameCube, so I'd beat the game, and then when my GameCube would turn off, I would play through it again I literally did that. I'm pretty sure I did it like 3 times. I don't know why, but I would just marathon the game. Never really fully 100% until I actually had a memory card, but when I had a memory card, then that was fine. Then I would actually put the effort in doing everything else. But the way I'm doing it now, except with heart pieces, I would actually pick up pieces of heart and stuff, and maybe a couple bottles and things that might help me along the way. But yeah, I've done memory cardless runs many times on many other games. The GameCube was the one system that gave me the most trouble when it comes to saving and everything, because that was the one console where I never had a memory card, and that was the only Nintendo console that needed a memory card constantly in it to save the stuff, like, you know, your files and everything. The Wii, I believe, had internal, same with the Wii U, and N64 would save on the actual cartridge, as well as Super Nintendo and NES. So I prefer saving on the actual cartridge, but with discs like we have now, I don't think that's possible. So yeah, we can't really do that. But either way, yeah, the GameCube definitely gave me a lot of problems. But it's cool because I was able to beat the game so many times, even though I didn't want to. The games I can think of aside from Wind Waker that I had to beat a lot was okay, it was, I know Smash Bros. I constantly had to re-unlock characters, which I hated because I had Melee as well. I believe, what was another game that gave me a pretty big, I know this is a game that gave me a huge issue, and it really bummed me out because I didn't have a memory card for the game. I remember the first GameCube I actually got was a white GameCube, and my mom had gotten the Wind Waker, like, exclusive, like when it came out, like Wind Waker with the Master Quest disc for Ocarina of Time Master Quest, like, and the original Ocarina of Time. It was both on the same disc. Never played Master Quest until recently. I'm sure you guys saw it, the mirrored version on the 3DS, and that wasn't too fun. I mean, no, what am I saying? It was really fun. It was actually cool because I was playing a game I was really familiar with, but I didn't know most of the puzzles, so it was kind of weird jumping into, and that's how I play that's how I play every Zelda game I'm new into. I never look up a guide. Actually, for any game, I never look up a guide. I'm way too stubborn of a person to look up a guide, which is kind of weird because I make guides. I mean, Let's Playing, of course, is not only to make the guide, but okay, I just realized what I'm supposed to do. But Let's Playing is not just for the guide, it's also for just entertainment purposes, so you guys can watch me play through a game if you guys want to. But we have to make our way to, it's not Windfall Island, I believe this is the island here. This is an area where we can't actually enter. I believe it's called the Mother and Child Isles, but I'm not too sure if that was the exact warp location. Either way, we're going to an area we can't actually sail to because it's blocked by walls, and yeah, this was definitely not it. So it was the other location. Yeah, to me it's kind of ironic how I never look up guides till this date, but I do guides, and I love helping out people. It's just, I guess that's how I like playing video games. Some people might be different, some people might give up, but when I'm stuck on something, I'm not gonna search it up. I could have a friend maybe tell me what to do or give me hints, but I would never actually look it up myself because I feel like I'm cheating in a sort of way, and I don't know why I do that, but I do. Yeah, I have no idea why, but let's go ahead and pick up this item real quickly because I do want to get this out of the way. Actually, no, the trials are really cool. I believe the 2 trials we're going to be taking on were meant to be temples when the game was still in development, but they shortened it, which I'm really upset because we would have had an ice and fire temple within the game, which with Wind Waker's gameplay would have been really fun. I like the way Link controls in this game. Can you control the wind? What are the odds? You know, say control. She has control in her dialogue. Yeah, okay. Also, yeah, her design resembles Fi a lot. And she's holding a doll that looks like, you know, the great fairies we see within the game, which is kind of cool. But she is, I'm pretty sure, the mother of the fairies, which is actually really creepy because she's small. Anywho, here we have little fairies giving Link the powers, which I like. I mean, I like how the way Link equips these powers is he gets it in his, like, fists, and when he pulls back on an arrow, he has the power to engulf it with fire or ice. It's weird. But the way you get it in this game is really cool. How the fairies enter you when Link gets it. So there you go. We have the power of fire and ice. They have been added to our arrows, and now we can use them. And yeah, this looks really sick. I never actually noticed the design of the arrows when they have the fire and ice on them, but they look amazing. The ice looks awesome, actually. Would have been cool if it had like steam coming out because how cold it is or something. I don't know, like just compared to this area. But yeah. I was gonna say something aside from her looking like Fi. Oh yeah, the fairy design within this game, I don't particularly like that much. As you can tell, like fairies there. I'm pointing at the screen as in you guys can see where my finger is. But the fairies in general within this game that you capture within the bottle look really freaking weird. Because, you know, they look chibi-like, kind of like the whole game design and everything. They're supposed to, like, there you go. They're supposed to be humans with wings. I mean, I like the concept, how they are like that, but the way they made them look is really weird. It kind of reminds me of, like, Tinkerbell, which, I mean, that's how I always imagine fairies, even in Ocarina of Time. How the fairies are just balls of light, like in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. You don't actually get to see the fairy, but I always imagined underneath the ball of light, there was a Tinkerbell looking, like just a human figure under it. So Navi was like this really small little fairy that was actually looked like a girl, but she had a ball of light around her, so you can never actually see how she looked. That's how I always imagined it, but I doubt... I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that, because I'm actually curious. Am I the only one who thought that? Or is that maybe how they, you know, planned it to be, and I'm just assuming that the game, they were meant to be balls of light? I have no idea, but I always imagine them as a figure underneath the ball of light. I don't know, but alright, let's see if we can do that. I believe we can do this now. Yeah, we haven't really done much in this episode besides watch that lame cutscene. I mean, it wasn't really lame, it's actually pretty cool. But I'm gonna see if I can cover both the ice and fire arrow quest things where we can get the items that will open up the next two temples, and I'm thinking, I think that's it. After the next two temples, we're pretty much at the end of the game, which is crazy to think, but yeah. Alright, so here we are, first one. Let's be quick about it. Switch the arrow, and I believe I have to shoot the top of it. Did I really miss? Oh no, it's because I shot a fire arrow at it. I am smart. Alright, there we go. So by shooting the lava that has already erupted from the little volcano, it freezes everything else, which makes no sense because it's no longer in the volcano yet. That's how it works. Anywho, from far away it looks really small, but as you come closer you can really tell this is a pretty big area. It's like a mini mountain. Yeah, let's see if we can do this as quickly as possible. I don't know, maybe this was supposed to be Goron, Death Mountain, not Goron Mountain. But maybe Goron City was somewhere around here. Obviously everything was drowned underwater, but the mountains and the terrain that was really high up is what became the islands of this game, because Hyrule was completely flooded. So that alone is crazy to think, especially with like areas like Dragon Roost. That must have had some connection, maybe, with Death Mountain. Not this place. This place is too small. But and then again, at the same time, there's no way, because look at it. It's too big. There's no way, even if Hyrule was flooded. I guess it maybe just slowly became a thing or something. I have no idea. But it's cool to see the, actually, no, this never made any sense to me. Okay, so I was having an argument with a friend of mine, and he was like, okay, from what I think, and I do think this, kind of, but not exactly, if that makes any sense, and that is the Rito tribe being the Zoras. I'm pretty sure they hint to that, especially with the ancestor, or not the ancestor, but the sage of the Rito people having some sort of connection with the Zoras. So essentially, like, I'm not sure if this is a theory. Maybe Nintendo has made it flat out, or a lot of people are aware of this, and that is the fact that the Rito tribe were Zoras, but they evolved into, to adapt into this new world. Now, as cool as that is, it doesn't make too much sense, because when you actually think about it, why do the Rito people, I mean, if they're in a world covered in water, more water than it was before, why do they become flying creatures? To me, that never made sense, because you'd think they'd stay as Zoras. They wouldn't evolve into something that flies. Maybe if the world changed and instead of like having no water and maybe people are in the sky, they evolve into birds like they are now. But yeah, I never actually understood that, if there was some connection. And I mean, they make it obvious with the fact that the Zora is connected, like the descendant of one of the sages. Or not this, I believe, yeah, one of the sages is a Rito person, which is Medley. So I'm spoiling that now. And it was a descendant of a Zora, so maybe they are related in the bloodline. Maybe a Zora and Kapora Gabora had a baby. Okay, no, that'd be really weird. I don't think Raoul gets around, but yeah, I have no idea. That's also something I'm pretty interested in, so if you guys have any theories about that, I would definitely like to know. Maybe these guys here in the bottles have something to say. Crab for a Nintendo gallery. Haha, the little girl got turned into their... Wait, what? Into their attitudes. What does that even... They turn into pig. Oh, those are the two little girls that run around. Okay, so they transform into pigs. I'm drowning a pig. I believe I see that every single time I open up the Tingle bottles. I always see that. But yeah, we are back on scene. Speaking of Tingle bottles, actually, something I wanted to do is I don't know if I should do this actually. I actually got a letter from someone, because I do have a PO box, or not really me, but my roommate does, which is Munching Orange, and I have people send stuff to it because I only get like one letter or something, and I happened to get one and I wanted to open it. But what's really cool about this letter is this. Let me see if I can get it to focus. Yeah, there's a there's a Triforce sticker on it that's holding the letter together, so that's cool. But I thought I'd open it and show it off on this video, because I don't really get many letters. There's no point to make a video exclusively for it. But yeah, I don't want to show off the address, but actually, let me see the sender. The sender is Kristen. I don't know if I want to say the last name, because that might not be what people want. But what? Oh, okay, wait a second. This is actually really cool. So I got this little banner looking thing of Fierce Deity. That is epic. So yeah, actually, you know what? If you guys do want to send me stuff, I'll have the PO box in the description, and I can open these stuff maybe in this video or other videos. I mean, if I do get a lot, I'll make a video exclusively for it, but I'm thinking of just randomly opening them up as I sail through the game, and I'm trying to see exactly where I'm supposed to go. I believe it's somewhere over here. You know, let's slow it down. Yeah, it's right there. So we're gonna slow down the sailing so I can see the letter itself. I don't know if okay, whoa. Never mind, this is a well, you guys have to see this. This is a 2-page essay, my friend. So I might not read it, but it starts off with, Dear ZeldaMaster or Luke, don't know what you want to be called, and then a kitty face. And we already made it to our island. So that does it for this segment. Alright, let's not get any closer, because that might hurt us. But yeah, I mean, I guess I could read it. But that would be actually really long, and I'm already made it to where I want to go. But I might maybe in the next episode. But yeah, if you guys do want to send stuff, feel free, and I will definitely, if you guys are okay with that, I'll open it in these videos and check them out. But yeah, I really like the letter, or the drawing of Fierce Deity, because he's like the most badass of video game characters. But can I get off now? Alright, there we go. I was wondering why Link didn't want to jump off of the boat. So this one's also supposed to be difficult, but it's not. Actually, what am I saying it's supposed to? Because it's not. All I know is that people struggled on it. I don't think it was supposed to be difficult, just maybe people don't like the ice mechanics, or like the physics within this game. Ice physics suck. Let's be honest though, Link does trip, he does slide, but if you were walking on stuff like this, you would be doing the same thing, unless you ice skate. Then maybe you'd be good at this. But I don't ice skate. I never tried. I mean, maybe I could, because I do know how to rollerblade, which I don't think it might help out in your skills, but this is what I love. Bam, baby. He just falls flat on the floor. If you quickly switch the direction to the opposite way, Link just falls, which I find hilarious. But okay, let's not fall. So this is a little platforming segment because you got this moving back and forth. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to change the direction of the wind and use my Deku Leaf to just float by. I think that will work. I have a feeling it... would it actually? Okay, maybe I have it going the wrong way. Yeah, this is definitely not going the way I want it to, so let's go ahead and change it. We are timed as well, just like the other island, but that's fine. All right. Yeah, we're good. So I'll be able to make this, I can assure you. No, but Link has to jump. So, all right, there we go. And easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's actually not that difficult at all. I don't know why I thought I was coming up with the best, most badass shortcut of all time that you can take. It's not really in any sort of way, but it is cool how you have the Deku Leaf and you can skip some platforming segments if you remember to actually use it, like this one. We're gonna skip all of this. No, I'm kidding. Can't. Nor do you need to, because you don't even have to fight enemies for this. You literally just go down a ice slide and that's it. So why would you try to do anything else, like try to figure out? So this is all we're gonna do. So the trial for this room is to fall in the cold water. Never mind. I was being so like cocky about it and I'm like, oh, this is so easy, who would have trouble with this? And then I get hit, of course, so that's great. All right, let's just try to get out of here as quickly as possible because we are timed. It's not like it's gonna take us longer than 2 seconds, but I don't want to die from keys because I gotta remember this is a 3-heart run and we don't got a lot of HP. Also, it's on hero mode, like aside from it being 3 hearts. The keys do at least half a heart of damage, which is hurtful when in total we can only get hit 6 times by them. So I'm gonna go ahead and just shoot this bad boy and this bad boy. There we go. All right, are we good? We're good. Let's go ahead and slide down this. Wee! Yeah. Wait, I believe you actually, no, you don't really have to control Link, at least not that much. But there we go. So now we got another really cool item that they throw on you. And that isn't that, I don't know, in this game, I know it makes sense actually. What am I saying? I was going to say this item is kind of weird because it's an Ocarina of Time. It was meant to go underneath the water. That's what really held you back. That's what you needed the Iron Boots for. But in this game, it is called Wind Waker, so it makes sense for the main thing to be to hold you back against strong currents of wind. But yeah, we just pop those suckers on and we're good. Anyways, that does it for this. Let's go ahead and leave. We got the 2 side questing type items. They're not really side quests because you can't progress with the story without it. So, you know, I just realized we're in a snowy / icy area. And I want you to read what the A button command is gonna let me do. Let me know if you guys get the reference. That was so lame. It's like I figured out the biggest Easter egg within the game. I just looked at it and I'm like, we're in an icy place, so this kind of makes sense when reading it. But at the same time, it doesn't. I don't know. But if you guys get the reference, let me know. Anywho, let's go ahead and jump back on our boat, our pal, and end off the episode because, well, we're going to be making our way to the, I guess, the next temple, where things actually start to get difficult because we're going to have a companion in the next temple. Actually, in the next 2 temples, which I like. I love the concept of the next 2 temples. I'm really excited to take him on. And we get to listen to that intro once again. Okay, come on, man. This is lame. Keep falling in the water. But yeah. It's not going to play the music because I'm not sailing. Dang it. I really need to hear the music right now before I even end this off because it's the best part. There it is. I can see his ears. They are. Oh my. What the frick, man? Just. Okay, Link can't do this. So you know, screw that. Just go ahead and run this way. There we go. We're sliding. We're slipping. And it's time to quickly set sail so I can listen to the great sea theme. Alright, let's go. Sadly, this is going to be delayed, so I have to wait until I get a little far away. And then... okay, it's not playing the best part. Actually, we're coming into a storm, so... yeah. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD, Hero Mode, 3-heart run, and whatnot. I've been ZeldaMaster, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye!